What exactly did you do?
Oh, we talked about it. I used to ask to be shot.
Well, no. What you did was you got into an argument with somebody, you leave and you come back and you fire shots into that building with the two complainants and other people who are inside. 22 CR 8754, State of Texas versus Martin Daniel Martinez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Jorgens for the state.
Larry Bloomquist for the defense. We're ready.
And are you Mr. Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea on April 6th. You entered a plea of guilty. According to the plea bargaining agreement, your punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 5 years in the prison. The state is silent on your applications. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor. I'm reviewing it now.
All right, defense?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
Defense, do you have any objection?
No, I have no objection. Just yes, I.
All right. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor, I have 4 short witnesses, including my client.
All right, you can call up your witness.
The first witness I'll call is Marty Martinez.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you're going to have to speak up so that the court reporter can hear.
I do.
Will you state your name for the record and spell it?
It's Martin Daniel Martinez, MartinDaniel, MartinEZ.
All right, defense?
Thank you, Your Honor. And you go by Marty, is that correct?
That is correct.
And how are you related to Martin Martinez Jr.?
I am his father.
And talk to me a little bit about Martin. What kind of kid was Martin as he was growing up?
Very respectful kid, growing up. Was great in school. No problems with him. He wasn't a problem child, thank God.
Where did he go to high school?
So he went to East Central High School.
And after high school, what did he do after that?
He went into LVN school.
And has he been working as a nurse since that time?
Yes, he also worked part-time at Bill Miller's and other odd jobs while he was going to school.
And are you aware that he has some health conditions that may be difficult for him to be incarcerated?
Yes.
And can you briefly describe that for the court?
Yes, my son was born with a rectal anus that didn't attach. So he had to have a colostomy bag. And he went through a lot of doctor visits, operation, breakfast, but he still has issues to this day, having bowel movements.
And then let's talk about your son. Has he been like instrumental in your family and helping other family members?
Oh yes,
Can you give us an example?
yes, he is there to educate people around him that are in the nursing field, and he's very respectful of people's decisions. But he's a good child.
And does he have children?
Yes, he does.
What kind of father is he?
He is an exceptional father. He loves his kids.
And during the time when he was working in the nursing field and during the time of COVID, was that difficult for him? I said during the time of COVID, when he was working in the nursing field, was that specifically difficult for him in your mind?
Yes, I mean, everyone had their issues, financially, but being that he's a nurse, I mean, he overcame that. I mean, he had a job.
Is there anything that you'd like to tell the judge before she decides to sentence your son?
Yes, I believe he deserves a second chance. We all make mistakes. He is a loving father of 2 kids, a husband, and I believe he won't mess up again. This was a mistake.
And in his life, is this the only time he's ever been in any trouble?
Yes,
He's never been arrested for any other offense other than this current offense.
that is correct.
I'll pass the witness. No questions.
All right, thank you so much for coming and giving me some insight.
Thank you.
All right,
I'll call.
just one moment, off the record for a moment. Good morning. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Mary Ann Martinez.
Ms. Martinez, how are you related to Martin Martinez?
I am his mother.
Can you step up here? I mean, can you speak up so they're going to take this in the record? Can you tell me what kind of man your son is?
He's a loving, caring, exceptional son. I couldn't ask for anything more from him.
Has he ever been in any trouble before?
No,
And
sorry, no,
and your son, tell me about this situation. Has he talked to you about it?
yes,
And has he expressed remorse to you?
yes.
Can you describe that for me?
We cried, we talked about it, we prayed about it. And, I just said that we believe in God and that He will protect us and direct us in the right path.
Is religion an important factor in both you and your son's life?
Yeah,
And what would you like to tell the judge before she makes her decision today?
that I believe in second chances as well, and that, we all make mistakes, and that he is a responsible person. He really is. It's just something that happened, and that I will take into consideration of being there to support him with everything that happens today.
And Martin has quite a bit of family support, is that correct?
Yes, he does.
And do you feel that he will make every effort to, to comply with whatever the court orders him to do and to improve himself as much as he can?
Yes, and he has.
That's all I have.
All right, any questions?
No question.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Call your next witness.
We'll call Sarah Cedillo.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record, please.
Sarah Cedillo.
And could you spell your last name?
It's Sedillo.
Defense.
Can you describe your relationship with Martin Martinez?
We're extremely close, and I mean, I trust him.
Are you dating? What's your
Oh, I'm
relationship?
sorry. Why, wait, he's my significant other. We've been together for 10 years.
Do you have
So-
children together?
We do. We
How
have
many children?
2 children,
What are their ages and sex?
7, and he's a boy, and a girl, 4 years old.
What kind of father is Martin?
Martin, he's an exceptional father. He does everything for the kids, and he's always there for them. Always, even if he's tired, out there playing with them every day, whatever they want to do, and they love him dearly.
And what kind of husband is he?
He's always there, financially, and physically, everything, emotionally, in any hard times, and he supports all our family very well.
Has he ever been in it? Before this, has he ever had any contact with law enforcement?
No, I know.
And how many years have you guys been together all together? Before, while you were dating, and then while you had children and all that?
It's been a total of 10 years.
10 years.
Mhm.
And during that time, has he shown himself to be tell us what kind of man you
He's trustworthy, and I can always depend on him anytime I need anything. And so he's financially stable. He's always provided for all of us and gone an extra mile.
house employee.
He's a registered nurse.
During the time when COVID was returning, was he working a lot of overtime?
Yes, he was. Started doing travel with COVID. And working extra hours, working out of town, just to make extra money for our family.
Was that stressful on both of you?
It was, just for the time that he was away from the kids, but it was ultimately to buy our house and everything, so for a good reason.
Is there anything you want to tell the judge before she pronounces sentence over Martin?
All right, I'm sorry. Any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
This time we'll call Martin Martinez Jr.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Martin Daniel Martinez Jr.
And Martin, let's start, before we get to what's going on, let's talk about your health first. Can you describe what that is and how that impacts you?
It's a congenital health issue, and perforate anus. There's no hole provided when I was born. So difficulty having those issues, bowel movements,
Okay,
IBS. Sorry.
no. So I appreciate his health issues, but let me just tell
And here comes the turning point of the hearing. Up until now, the defense has painted Martinez as a hard-working nurse, family man, devoted father. But sentencing hearings can flip instantly when a judge believes someone still hasn't fully confronted the root problem. Watch how fast this room changes once alcohol enters the conversation.
we can cut to the chase. My concern is this incident, according to the PSI and the stipulations, occurred because he's saying he was intoxicated. And then I'm reading the PSI report and he says he's still drinking alcohol. So that's what I want to hear about and I want addressed. Okay, sure.
Well, let's talk about that. So when was the last time you had a drink?
Yesterday.
Do you feel like you have a drinking problem?
I do.
And are you willing to get treatment for that?
I am on.
Well, why did he say in the PSI that he didn't have a drinking problem? He didn't need treatment.
I've come to the realization that I do have.
Well, when was this PSI report done? What date was this PSI report completed?
March 31st.
So,
If that was when it was completed, I don't know when they did the interview. His interview would have been sometime prior to that.
all right, so you just coming to this realization today that you have a drinking problem and you just drank yesterday?
No.
So when did you have this epiphany that you have a drinking problem?
I was watching the Bill W. documentary. Just kind of helped me realize
When did you watch that documentary?
it's on Peacock, yes, 2 days ago.
Okay.
And is it, do you think that there's going to be some, I mean, you're definitely wanting to get treatment, but you think that you think you need treatment? That sounds like it.
I agree to treatment. I think it's always healthy to read and better yourself, get away from the exact cause that's happening or creating the problem.
When did your drinking increase?
I wouldn't say a time or date, I think
I mean, have you been drinking heavily for the last year or so?
probably that's
Let's talk about your work. So during the time that you were working, tell us how you're presently employed.
so currently, my contract ended as a travel nurse. Just perfect timing through this situation, but for the past 9 years, I've been a registered nurse. I was an LVN first, moved up to an RN, and then continued to grow within my field of practice, starting out in low level floor nursing to the ICU, intensive care to rapid response team, COVID team. Well,
And how long were you working in the ICU?
for the ICU 2 years, and currently that was where I stayed in my home hospital, and then probably another 2 years. So in critical care, total 4 to 5 years.
Was that stressful during the time of COVID?
It was very stressful. I have endurance as a nurse. I push myself, and
About how many hours a week were you working?
60 plus.
And was that stressful on you and your family?
It was, but I knew I was needed at the time, and I continued to put through.
Now, because of this charge, is this going to impact your nursing license?
It will. It may. The Board of Nursing has renewed my license for another 2 years after disclosing everything. But at any moment, they can take it away. And if I'm incarcerated, it's a definite takeaway.
But there's very possible you may have to go to some type of nursing board even if you get probation, it's very possible you may have to go in front of the nursing board and answer them once all this is terminated, and then they would decide whether you would be able to maintain your license or not.
That is correct. I would have to ask the board, what the next steps are, see what they give me, referendums to continue on and try to persevere through that.
Let's talk about what happened the night that this occurred. Well, let me ask you this. You understand that your actions have not just impacted you, but it's impacted your family as well?
It has impacted me and my family.
Can you describe this? Can you describe how you feel about the negative way this has impacted your family and potentially may impact them even more if you lose your license, right?
You're correct. I'm letting down my family entirely, financially, physically, emotionally.
Notice something important here. The defense keeps emphasizing that he didn't mean to hurt anyone. Legally, though, firing multiple rounds into an occupied building is already terrifying territory. Intent helps, sure, but recklessness with a firearm around innocent people? Courts take that incredibly seriously, especially in Texas. This is where sympathy starts colliding with public safety.
And there, as a good person, but this is holding me back from continuing to be that person just a bit.
And let's talk about what happened. So the night that this occurred, you had gotten into a dispute with the owner of the bar, is that correct?
That's correct.
And at some point you got in your car and you shot several rounds at the bar.
That's correct.
Obviously you were intoxicated at the time that occurred.
I was.
Can you describe why you did that, or what was in your drunken mind at that point?
The altercation I had, I just recall being pushed down and hit in the face on my knees and asking for them not to do it anymore. Got in my truck, and then that's when I made the mistake of shooting to scare them.
And that was your purpose, was to scare them?
That was my purpose.
And did you shoot at any person?
No, I never intended to hurt anyone, but I didn't realize that I was hurting someone in a different way.
When you say hurting them in a different way, describe what way were you hurting them?
Came to my realization that, I put fear into their lives and put their lives in fear. That is not okay, but my mind wasn't thinking that way when I did that.
But now that you've had time to reflect on it, how do you feel about all that?
I feel remorse. I now see the empathy that, I have. I literally anxious about it. Which I can tell them I apologize, but I'm not able to talk to them right now. And I understand that. I understand why.
If the judge gives you a chance to remain out of prison and puts you on probation, can you describe what even if she does send you to prison, let's talk about it. What kind of changes are you going to make in your life so that, and what kind of changes do you plan to make in your life after all this is out?
First and foremost, the alcohol is one to get rid of, since it's causing my life to be unmanageable. To continue to grow, I feel like I can do more volunteer work, help out in the community. I don't work as much because I paid off a lot of my bills, and but I feel that I can continue to grow and prosper and reflect on what I've done and continue to make better choices.
And what's the most important thing for you right now?
For me right now, this decision is to stay out of prison, hopefully continue with my nursing career, reach out and get a job, maintain my personal relationship with my family, and ultimately, hope for forgiveness for the rest of my life.
I'll pass witness at this time, Your Honor.
Any questions?
No.
So everybody tiptoed around everything. What exactly did you do?
We talked about it. I asked what you shot.
Well, no, what you did was you got into an argument with somebody, and was this at a club?
Outside of the bar is.
Yes. So you're at a bar, not with your children, not with your significant other. You get in an argument, you leave, and you come back and you fire shots into that building with the two complainants and other people who were inside. You want to discuss that?
It was a stupid mistake.
No, that wasn't a mistake. That was a choice.
It was a choice and a mistake. I agree. I honestly didn't understand. It's hard to say. I understood what I was doing, but I was not in my right mind.
Because it says here in the PSI report that you had more than one weapon in your vehicle. And there were several shots that actually hit the building. And there were multiple people in the building. All right, anything else from either side?
Argue me, Your Honor.
All right, court will hear your argument.
Judge, I do believe that Martin Martinez Jr. to be a good man. I believe that he's a man who loves his family. I believe that he's somebody who has been a benefit in many ways to this community. He's worked tirelessly as a nurse throughout the COVID epidemic. He's done everything he can during that time. Obviously, that was an extremely stressful time for him, especially working in the ICU at that time. I think that exacerbated his drinking. Obviously, he made a horrible series of choices that night, which has led him here. He's facing losing his career that he spent years working in and going to school to obtain. It's very possible that he may have to change career fields in order to support his family. Look, what happened was extremely serious, and we're not downplaying that in any way. I mean, it's extremely a serious event, although what I believe is most appropriate for Mr. Martinez is rehabilitation. I believe that he is a hardworking man who will. Oh, that's right.
Thank you.
I believe he's a hardworking man who will do everything that he's required to do to get himself back in the good graces of society and the poor and his family. And so we're just asking for you to give him the opportunity to do probation. Obviously, it's clear, I think, to everybody that he does need alcohol treatment. He's willing to do whatever he needs to do. So we just ask the court to take all that into consideration and sentence him to probation.
All right. And the court see that there's no amount of restitution that's being requested from the complainants in the case. The court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 2 years in prison, give you credit for any time served, taking consideration County Court Cause number 687552. And I would recommend for you the therapeutic community, show you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. We can go off the record. According to your plea bargain, I've actually sentenced you to the minimum. I did take into consideration the fact of your occupation and what you've been doing, okay?